Is One Piece the next Pokemon? Each day that passes by, my bullishness for One Piece has continued to grow. I have continued to see the growth of the One Piece trading card game, the growth of the hobby, the growth of collecting, the number of people that come in buying One Piece, the number of people calling, buying One Piece, the number of my Patreon members that are constantly asking to buy old One Piece and new One Piece and any of the new illustration boxes coming out. Everybody's wanting One Piece. One Piece is definitely solidified itself as one of the big three card games. In my opinion, it goes Magic and Pokemon at 1 and 2. And then number 3 is One Piece. And then probably Lorcana is next. Or it could be Riftbound, or it could be Gundam. A lot of people have different opinions. You can go to the markets. You can look at all the sales numbers. Riftbound and Gundam probably have more sales number than Lorcana, but personally, I think Lorcana will last longer than most of these card games. Riftbound could last the test of time. So could Gundam. So could Lorcana. So could One Piece. They could all last. But in the end, people are trying to find the best bang for their buck. They're trying to find something to park their money into. And a lot of people are looking at One Piece. A lot of people realize One Piece has almost a 30-year, or might be more than 30 years, of the anime. And there's just tons and tons of people who collect One Piece and have been for decades. And there's tons of characters in One Piece. They're still making One Piece. They're still making the One Piece Netflix show. They're making One Piece anime. They're apparently rebooting One Piece and redoing it. I don't know all the stuff about it, but I definitely am thinking about looking into watching the anime because of the card game being so successful here. Like Romance Dawn, when this came out, I tried to get as much as we could. Back then, I think we only got like 1 or 2 cases. It was very, very allocated. And then they reprinted the set, and we got about the same thing, another 1 or 2 cases. I kept back like 6 boxes. 6 whole boxes. That's all we have of Romance Dawn, so it's not like we have a ton of it, but still, it's like a $1,700 booster box. Back then, I think the cost for these were $1 billion, so we lost money. Just joking. Anyways, One Piece probably will last the test of time. It is one of the biggest card games in the world. It is doing the most amount of crossovers other than Union Arena, Weiss, or Magic the Gathering currently, or Lorcana. They are doing crossovers with various different sports cards and various different like sports venues and stuff. And you know why they do that? That also is very smart of One Piece to do. Why is it smart for them to start branching out into sports? You know what sports people like to do? You know what's pushed tons and tons in sports? Sports betting. That is the number one thing that is advertised at anything sports. It's sports betting. Sports betting is gambling. People who gamble want to open packs as well. So One Piece realized we can get even more collectors into this. Everybody knows about Magic in Pokemon, but if we start getting more people from all of these sports categories that don't even care about anything other than sports or Pokemon, if we finally get somebody from the sports arena to start buying One Piece because there's a new Dodgers Luffy, or there's a new football Luffy, or there's a new soccer Luffy, or there's a new Lego Luffy. They're branching out their brand into multiple other different things similar to Magic. They're getting more people into the card game. They're getting these Lego collectors. They're getting these sports card collectors. They're getting Pokemon collectors if they do a crossover with Pokemon, Pokemon ever does crossovers, and they do crossovers with One Piece or Magic or anything, that would be the most insane thing. I could see them doing it with One Piece. Just imagine like Luffy with somebody else, like Pikachu or some other Pokemon character, just like in the same image. That would probably break the internet. That would probably make everyone go insane. Everything would skyrocket for both games. And the amount of crossover like value they can gain just by like making a promo. They could just do a promo. Just imagine doing a One Piece slash Pokemon tag team promo where you can only get it at the One Piece Pokemon event at the local game store, but your local game store has to sign up and pay for some kit from Bandai slash Pokemon. Like, I'm just throwing ideas out there. You guys could do so many insane things. Please, come on. We need more playmats for One Piece. We need more playmats. Make playmats for One Piece. Come on, guys. It's so annoying. Like, people coming in here. Do you guys have Dragon Ball or One Piece playmats or deck boxes or anything like that? Oh, we got the new Netflix ones. So, I mean, they're okay. The Netflix One Piece Squareos deck boxes are pretty cool, but they're not the anime arts. Why is One Piece and all the Bandai card games, why are they so greedy with their brand? Why don't they just branch out to Ultra Pro, Ultimate Guard, Game Genic, or any of these other brands? You could branch out and get a percentage of how many playmats they sell through Ultra Pro or Ultimate Guard or Game Genic or any of these other brands that people like to buy. We want more playmats. We want binders. We want deck boxes, sleeves, dice, anything, you name it. We want it for One Piece. Same for Pokemon. You guys need to get even more. I know you make a lot, but the more the merrier. But don't tell my parents I asked you this, because they already say I order way too many playmats. They already say we have over 1,000 playmats. Stop ordering playmats, but I have a problem. I want to appease everybody. If we have One Piece playmats, One Piece players will buy the One Piece playmats, or One Piece fans will buy the One Piece playmats, or they'll buy them as a mouse pad. Either way, I just want to appease as many customers as we possibly can. The more products we have to sell, the more customers we can appease. That's just a fact. So that's why I order so much of everything. That's why I order so many of this, so many of this, so many of this. Everything that I order so that we don't sell out. That's just what we do here. That's why we have One Piece in stock. Back in the day, back when they reprinted One Piece to the ground for Legacy of the Master and back, they reprinted this, and this all at the same time pretty much. And Legacy of the Master was like $70, and this was like $80, and this was like $70 or $60, and Two Legends was like $60. They reprinted all of them, and the distributor asked me, like, do you want these reprints? Because a lot of people have been declining, and I said yes. And the next thing you know, a week later, they said we have 25 sleeved booster cases of Legacy of the Master. They said, will you take these too? And I said, yes, of course I will. It's One Piece. I know One Piece will probably last the test of time, so I'll take as much One Piece as you give me. If you give me double my request for OP17, I'll take double, I'll take triple, I'll take quadruple. I don't care. I'll take all the One Piece you can give me. That's what I tell the distributors. If you give me more One Piece, I will not be bad. I will not say no. I will buy everything that you give me because I know, well, I believe, I don't know, I believe in my heart that One Piece will last the test of time. Same thing goes with Disney Lorcana. I did the same exact thing with that. Same thing with Magic and Pokemon. I continue to buy Aether Drift Commander decks. I continue to buy Marvel Superheroes booster boxes. I continue to buy Spider-Man booster boxes. Why would I continue to buy these products that aren't selling right now? Why would I buy products that barely sell? Time. I can't buy enough Marvel Superheroes to last time. If I bought 10,000 Marvel Superheroes booster boxes today, in 25 years, would I have any boxes left? In 20 years, would I have any boxes left? In 15 years, would I have any boxes left? If I still have boxes of Marvel Superheroes in 20 or 25 years, when they're $1,000 a box for a play booster box, I will be rich. I don't know. It's either it never sells and stays at cost or slightly below cost forever, and I slowly sell it pack by pack and make profits by selling by the booster pack. It's either I sell it by the booster pack, sit on it forever, and it eventually goes up because time makes stuff go up in value. Nostalgia makes stuff going up in value. There's already like 20 sets of One Piece if you count all the anime editions, extra boosters, premium boosters, all these other sets. There's over 20 sets of One Piece already. And the sets in the past that you could have bought from distributors, I guess this wasn't really. They gave us what they gave us, and you didn't ask for anything. They just gave you what they felt like you could afford. Unfortunately, back then we didn't order as much as we do now, so we didn't get that much, but people are seeing it as nostalgia now. This was only in 2022. 2022 is 4 years, almost 5 years now, but it feels like just yesterday. That's the power of time. That's the power of time. Time keeps marching on. If you buy something, set it in your closet, literally forget about it, eventually it may go up in value. If it's tied up money and you need to sell it, sell it. If you don't have to sell your stuff, we sell stuff daily. We don't sit on stuff like other than like these sets, because we only had like 3 to 5 boxes or 3 to 6 boxes of each left that I left. I just kept them back instead of selling the rest of them because I didn't want to sell everything that we had. I like One Piece. I love the Netflix adaptation of it. I need to watch the anime though. I need to read the manga. But that's the power of time. Can One Piece last the test of time and become the nostalgia factor like Pokemon has? In 30 years, if One Piece trading card game is still here, the nostalgia factor will be playing a role. These boxes will be $20,000. These boxes will be 30, 40, 50, 60, maybe even $100,000. I don't know. I can't tell the future. I don't know when these will go up. These have been $1,500 to $1,700 for like a year now. They haven't moved. The new One Piece set, OP-17, is $400 on release. There's now double the distribution access. There's now double the number of distributors selling one OP-17. They are still pre-selling for $400 a box on TCG Player. $400 a box for a set that's still in print, and they're still going to print multiple waves of it. It's an anniversary set. They print anniversary sets a bit more than the regular sets because the anniversary sets usually have tons and tons of hits in them that are super, super hard to get. So OP-17, $400 a box. Would you buy 4 boxes of OP-17 that's currently in print, or would you buy 1 Romance Dawn booster box? What would you do? In this situation, would you buy one of these or 4 OP17s? Let's make that the thumbnail. Which one would you buy? OP17 or OP01, the original set? Would you think that the original set, that was the least printed set of all time in One Piece? Probably. I don't know the actual numbers, but that's the only thing I could think of. If demand went up over time, the demand back then was a lot less. If the demand was a lot less back then, that means they printed a lot less cards. At least you would think. Or they just printed the same amount and they're hoarding a ton of boxes. I have no idea. I mean, it would be smart for them to do that. Magic the Gathering did that with Alpha and Beta, booster packs and boxes, and every set that they did, they printed a lot and then kept a ton in their warehouses. Anyways, don't FOMO and buy the top just because everybody thinks it's the best thing of all time. It's not up only. It's not always going to go up. OP17 could be the best set of all time. It could be. It could be better than OP13. This was the best set of all time. It's got a $20,000 hit in it. Is the gold one in OP17 going to be $20,000? I don't know. It could be. It could be better than OP13. Would you buy a $400 box of OP13, or would you buy a $400 box of OP17? OP13 is probably out of print now. They just printed it to the ground, allegedly. It was $600, now it's $400. It's a 33% discount now, based on a couple months ago. 3-4 months ago, it was $600 a booster box, and everybody was freaking out because you could buy a $600 box and potentially open a $20,000 card. And if you get graded, it's even more. So it's gone down 33%. But people are focusing their eyes on OP17 instead. Why did this turn on? People are focusing their eyes on OP17. People are focusing on the hot new shiny item. Should you focus on the hot new shiny item, or should you buy the less printed product that was printed in the past? That's probably out of print now. Are they going to print OP13 again? Are they going to print Romance Dawn again? Probably not. They could. Nobody knows the future. But I know for a fact they will reprint OP17 after the first print. Would you want to park your money into something new that's potentially going to be printed to the ground and potentially could go down in value? Or it could go up only. I don't know. Only you can dictate what you're going to do. If you think OP17 is better than OP13 or Romance Dawn, if you think 4 boxes of OP17 is better than 1 box of Romance Dawn, do what you want to do. I'm buying a lot of OP17. I'm going to offer it to patrons. So join our Patreon below if you would like to get access to One Piece boxes slightly below TCG Player on our Patreon. There's $15 Patreon slots left. The $50 Patreon slots have already been filled. Unless our allocations double or triple, I'm not going to increase the number of $50 patrons yet. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about it. We'll see how much we get allocated for OP17 and we'll go from there. I could increase the $50 patron thing, but I've got like multiple people emailing me and messaging me on Patreon asking if I can add more slots because they want to order more. If I can get more product, I will increase the number of slots on our Patreon. So join it below. Like and comment on this video. Subscribe. Hit the bell on YouTube. This video is only halfway through because I'm saying all this stuff. This video has been sponsored by footerspizza.com and fullmoongames.com located in Terre Haute, Indiana. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Riftbound. What do you think about Riftbound? A lot of people ask me in one of my videos, I said, is Riftbound the next One Piece, or is Riftbound the next big thing? It could be. A bunch of pros are talking about it. A bunch of people are getting into it because Magic the Gathering is focusing on their commander instead of their 1v1 formats. And I guess if I was a 1v1 competitive person, I don't know what I would do. I haven't played Magic in years because of focus all of my time on growing this place, making this place as best I can, making sure we have products to last the test of time, whether it be deck boxes, sleeves, play mats, binders, dice, everything. Everything we carry, I'm obsessed with. I focus my entire energy on our inventory. Since I've done that, we've seen enormous growth in our business. Since I stopped working at the counter and focusing all my energy on customers and stuff, which I mean I still am. If our inventory is packed, the customers are happy. So I'm still customer oriented, but if I'm always at the counter helping customers, our inventory, I don't know if it would be where it is today. And I'm about to sneeze, so bless me. Anyways. Was that a car? I don't know. Anyways, I don't know what I just did. One Piece, there's another 5 One Piece starter decks coming out. Or is it 6? I don't remember. Anyways, we're getting all those. We're getting illustration boxes. That might be here today, actually. Did they ship those? We get those today? That would be sick if they shipped them today. I think it might be a pallet, because those things are big. Starter decks are huge. Illustration boxes are huge. If you order 100 illustration boxes of one thing, 100, that's a lot of cases are like this big. It's probably a pallet. It's got to be a pallet. I offered it to Patreon members. Do you want me to offer it again once the market settles? Let me know in the comments below. I might be able to do that again. I'll do an MSRP drop for our local players as well, for all the starter decks and the illustration boxes, because their allocations have been met for those. So we'll do a few cases of each of those to our local members, local players. But if you want further discounts other than our local players, you got to join our Patreon below. You got to pay $15 a month to get discounts, because you're getting way more than $15 a month in discounts. If you buy just one drop that I do, the $15 a month is worth it. I'm trying to make the Patreon as good as possible. It's almost a replica of Alpha Investments Patreon, or Final Trade, or what's the other ones? We got Gone Rogue Games, and then you got, what's the other one? There's so many other ones. There's a lot of good Patreons out there. But anyways, I try to make ours as good as possible, as diverse as possible. I'm trying to get higher allocations on other card games now, like even higher allocations on Riftbound and Gundam. But we'll see. We'll see how our distributors treat us, how I let them know that we're going to start needing even more and more product than we did before, even though we've increased our purchasing every year for the past 5 years. They're probably like, what are these guys doing? How are they selling product? I'm Magic. I just sell magical cards. I buy Black Lotus. I sell Black Lotus. I'm hungry, so I'm going to go to Footer's Pizza, located in Terre Haute, Indiana, right over there through those doors. And I'm going to go turn on the oven, and I'm going to make either bacon jalapeno sticks, or a turkey club, or a BBC Mel, or cinnamon feet. You might have heard my belly growl. What do you think I'm going to get? I'll let you know in the comments. And if you're right in the comments, I'll fist bump you. Yeah. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video. I don't know how long this video is. I hope it's at least 67 minutes long or something like that. Which products do you think will be the best to last the test of time? Is Lorcana and One Piece joining the big three? Is one of these going to be the big three in the big three with Magic and Pokemon? Is it going to be Magic, Pokemon, and One Piece? Or is it going to be Magic, Pokemon, and Lorcana? Or is it not even going to be those? Maybe it's going to be Magic, Pokemon, and Riftbound. Magic, Pokemon, and Gundam. How many card games do you think can last the test of time? I don't know. I really don't know. Before this card game craziness after 2022, when... You know what happened after 2022? 2022, you got One Piece. 2023, Lorcana. 2024. Or 2022. Wait, there was Star Wars Unlimited too. And then you got the new Dragon Ball Super Fusion World game came out. And then Gundam came out. And then Riftbound came out. And now My Little Pony. And then you also got... You got HoloLive, you got My Little Pony. Did I just say My Little Pony? I don't know. How many card games can there be? How many card games can last? I see so many videos on Facebook and Instagram of like ads for like all these card games. And I saw this one card game that was just all AI generated art. And I'm just like, dude, you know, card game players are not going to buy that. How dense are you people? Card game players want products created by people. They want products that support real artists. They don't want AI slop. That's just the community. If you are not tapped into these card game communities, you don't realize that AI slop on sleeves, it'll sell. To people who don't realize that it's AI slop, it'll sell, yeah. To some people who don't care about if it's AI, but the majority of people in the trading card game space do not like AI art. I don't blame them. AI art, AI videos, or AI songs, all this stuff, completely artificially intelligence created by a non-human. Where's the creativity in that? What do they use to create those things? They use other people's arts on the internet. That's what AI is. AI copies stuff off of the internet that's already existent on the internet. It uses those images to create images. It uses those different music artists' stuff to create music. It uses already created videos to create videos. Well, yes, they generate them. Yes, they can be all new generated images, kinda, but it's where do they get those? Yes, you're typing in what to do. You're typing in what it's supposed to do. It's not you. You don't have the images on your fingertips. It's on the internet. They take everything from the internet. That was already created by humans, so they're plagiarizing everybody. That's what AI is. It's plagiarism. It's Google, but enhanced. It's Google, but it tells you what it thinks. Like, you could get some crappy article made by Ben Bledsoe. What if I created some stupid article that said Magic the Gathering is dead and nobody plays it in my store anymore? And somebody asks, which is more popular, Magic the Gathering or My Little Pony card games? And Google says My Little Pony because it only researches my article for some reason. It reads my article and says there's no players anymore. They're not here. That's just, I don't know why I went into that tangent. Anyways, that's so random. I'm sorry for rambling on about freaking AI. I don't know. A lot of people, like, I can see the use cases for it. Yes, I see all that. But I also see, like, all the water used and all the pollution and stuff. There's some good to it. There's some bad to it. That's the thing about new things in life. When the internet came out, when crypto came out, when the dot-com bubble, the crypto bubble, Bitcoin is worth $19,000. Holy crap. Oh no, it's down to $11,000. Now it's worth zero. It's going to zero. It's a bubble. It's never going to go up. Oh, it's 120,000. Holy crap, it's worth $1 million. Everybody buy. Oh no, it's 60,000. It's going to zero. Oh no. Come on, people. Stop following the herd. Stop being a sheep. If it's going down and everybody's saying, dang, this is going to zero. Why do we have Lorcana products in inventory? They overprinted the first chapter. They overprinted Fraudborn. They overprinted Into the Inklands. They overprinted. Everything's going to zero. While everybody was dumping product, I kept pressing buy on my distributor's website. I kept saying, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more. Allocations kept increasing. Same thing with One Piece when it died. Same thing with Pokemon. Same thing with Magic. Everything happens in cycles. These cycles happen for a reason, for many different reasons outside of the trading card game world. Whether it be people being scared of crypto because it's going to zero. So all those crypto people, all those meme coin investors, all those people trying to make a quick flip on cryptocurrencies, they're all moving to One Piece. They're all moving to Lorcana. They're all moving to Magic and Pokemon. They're trying to make a quick buck, except they realize these physical assets could be actually better than digital assets. Physical, you can hold. Physical, you can play with. Yeah, you can play with it. You can play with these cards. You can make a deck out of One Piece cards. You can't make a Bitcoin deck and shuffle it up and play against somebody else. And if they have better Bitcoins in their deck, they beat you. And then they win the World Championship and get 69 Ethereum for winning. I can't believe how much Ethereum is. It's just everything. Just zoom out on every chart that you see. Go look at any Pokemon set of the past. Go look at Crown Zenith on price charting back in 2022. Go look at it. Go look at it at $35 in ETB when nobody wanted it. Go look at Scarlet and Violet when it was $75 and you could get it from distribution for $90 or $100. You were just losing money every time you bought from distribution. My belly keeps growling. Go look at, just zoom out on everything. Zoom out on the stock market. Zoom out on everything. There is dips in every market. But in the grand scheme of things, every stock, every crypto, every card game, they all have only a certain amount of product available, or a certain amount of coins, or a certain amount of stocks available. And there's only a certain amount of people alive. There's more and more people being born every day. There's more and more people joining the stock market. There's more people joining crypto. There's more people joining trading card games. All these markets are growing. All of these markets are increasing. So that means the demand is going up and the supply is the same or lower. It's the same. Some of it's increasing, but if the supply is doubling and the demand is tripling, the demand is too high for the supply. Just like OP17. It's the most in-demand set of all time at release. And so is The Hobbit. And so is 30th Anniversary. And so is Attack of the Vine. We stopped selling packs and boxes in store. We sold too many boxes and packs. We sold 70 boxes in the matter of 1 week for Disney Lorcana. So the rest of the boxes are held back for league entry. They're held back for booster draft tournaments. They're held back for our local players that have been supporting us. So all the people on Patreon asking me if I can offer you Attack of the Vine. Unfortunately, I cannot. They did not give us enough. They cut our allocations by 50% despite us always ordering more every set. Despite us always consistently buying as much as we ask for. Despite us buying it when it's in a market lull. Despite it going down to below cost and us still buying it at $90 from our distributor. Buying Shimmering Skies at $90 from our distributor. 20 boxes at a time. When they were $75 to $80 on TCG Player. I was buying them for $90 from one of our distributors every week.